Hello, I'm China, and you're watching the ladies of the Chyna'Pink talk show. Today, our special guest, Antwon Temoney. Thank you for joining us today. We have a few topics today that I think that are very interesting, and I think, look, they on here already. Like, what's going on? What is your definition of a good man? That's one, and we would like to hear from men and women on that topic. Also, what's the difference in talking, dating, and being in a relationship? Because sometimes you can get things misconstrued, you know, especially when sex involved. So we want to talk about that, and then we also this is a topic we kind of just talked about. Does swinging still exist? And if it does, and even if it doesn't, I mean, can swinging in your relationship add to your relationship? So call in. The telephone number is 240-389-3397, or feel free to use the live Facebook feed to type in your comments or questions. If you have any questions for Antwon, call in. You have your Facebook up? Okay. So Antwon, can you tell us a little bit about yourself and what you do?
Well, I'm an actor, director, writer, producer, fashion designer. Okay. You know, and I just, you know, I've been doing it for a while, you know, since 2004, since 2004. So I have a lot of that going on right now. I'm working on two projects right now. Okay. One is called Back to Zero.
Is that a film?
It's a film.
Okay.
It's about it's a domestic violence piece between two federal officers. One is DEA and one is FBI. So you probably you're trying to figure out, well, how is that going to work? How they going to get away with that? Right. Because he doesn't physically abuse her, but he mentally, sexually abuses her. So, but then an old flame comes back in the picture, and that's when the sparks start flying. You know what I'm saying? And then I'm also working on a TV series called CEO.
Okay, I see you represent with that CEO hat on today.
Yeah, CEO.
That's what's up.
And we get ready to get back to filming that again. Right now, you can catch it on Google Play, Amazon, and iTunes.
Okay.
So I got a few known stars in there, like Omar Gooding and Eric Roberts, and I have more that's coming. But right now, we put CEO on hold for right now because we're filming Back to Zero, and I need to get that movie out. CEO is a series, so you know I put it on hold for a minute until I can finish this movie. So that movie should be finished by June.
Okay. Nice, very nice. Ladies, y'all have any questions for Antwon?
So is the CEO also your brand? You said you're a designer.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, with the series, it stands for something totally different than the fashion. The fashion CEO is Classy Exclusive Outfits, and the series is Criminal Enterprise Organization. Okay. But it's still CEO.
Yeah. So these are custom made outfits?
Yeah.
Custom
made by me. I wish I had some help though.
Help as far as what?
I'm trying to tell you, making it. I got to show some people how to make it.
Okay.
You know, they're not going to be as creative as me.
Right. So what do you have? What type of designs do you have?
Everything. You can go on my CEO page and see a little bit of everything.
Okay.
Yeah, he has
so like
nice
shirts,
stuff,
pants, lady stuff. You have stuff for women.
He has like some nice dresses.
Okay.
Okay.
You want to tell the audience your page where they can reach you?
Yeah. CEO Fashion on Facebook, and you can find the series CEO the series on Facebook as well.
Okay. When do you anticipate the movie be out?
Well, the movie should be finished by June.
Okay.
Yeah. So after we finish it, maybe by July, August, we should be premiering it.
Okay.
Yeah. So.
Okay.
That's what's up.
That's what's up.
Yeah. Are you filming locally?
Locally in Miami.
Okay.
Nice. So how long have you been a film director and an actor?
Well, I've been an actor since 2004.
Oh, you say it?
Yeah.
Okay.
I've been
That's
SAG
what's
since
up.
2004. Yeah.
How you say it?
SAG.
SAG.
Yeah,
Okay.
screaming
I thought
actors,
you said,
yeah.
are you sad?
SAG with a G.
You said.
I heard that term at the last interview, one of the interviews.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. But I started writing and directing my own stuff in 2012. 2012. So.
Okay.
Yeah. I've actually known Antwon
Yeah.
for some years
Long
now.
time.
Yes, I think we met probably in around maybe 2007.
Yeah. We started together with,
Yeah, we
with
did.
the acting on stage.
Exactly.
On stage. Yeah,
So
with
what
mine.
I have a question for you. I mean, I know you've been acting for a long time. I've known you for a long time. Ever since I've known you, you've been doing your thing. So what keeps you motivated to keep going? You know, what's one of your biggest inspirations?
My biggest inspiration is God. You know, I stay out of a lot of folks' way. I use social media to promote. Okay, but as far as all the drama that's on social media, I don't deal with, because once I lock something in my head, I pretty much keep it there and I stay focused on that track.
All right.
You know, because a lot of times people try to get in or want me to get into something. I can't get into it. I have to stay focused and on track of what I'm trying to do.
That's what's up.
So that's what's happening with that. That's what motivates me. I've been like that all my life though. So yeah, once I set my mind to do something, then that's what it is.
I'm proud of you, though.
Yeah.
I know you have some other big things coming up. I don't know if you're allowed to discuss
Oh yeah,
those.
yeah. With DMX.
Yes.
Talk
Yeah.
about it.
Yes, we need to know our audience. They watching. What's going on?
This
That's my
was in the
boy.
makings about 2 years ago, out of Philadelphia, and what happened was DMX had got incarcerated, so that kind of like pushed that project to the side. But now he's home, so the producers and directors then hit me up and said we back on track now. So we're gonna see how
That's
this gonna
what's
work.
up. That's what's up.
that's my boy.
Yes.
Yeah.
You're going to be an
That's what we do.
actor in the movie?
Yeah.
Are you going to be an actor?
Me and DMX, we right beside each other. I'm his main man in
That's
there.
what's up.
Okay.
Nice.
Yes.
Yes.
I love to see
So
him
you-
on the screen again.
Yeah, me too.
I've been
So do you do a lot of
fan
traveling?
his forever.
Philly,
Yeah,
New York, it
yeah,
sound like?
Yeah, I do a lot of traveling. Lots of traveling.
So do you do acting full time? I mean, like I know you have your other stuff going on, but is this like your full-time job?
Wow. I wish it was. I wish it was. But no, it's not my full-time job. It is full-time.
Right.
But it's not my full-time job because I have, other employment as well. But it's all working out.
That's
But
right.
the minute it stopped working, then something got to go.
Something else is.
Yeah.
Right.
It's got to go. But right now it's working.
So what's going on with the family life? Are you married? You have
Mm.
kids? we do that. I'm sorry.
Well, far as wise, my personal life, I really don't get into my personal life on social media.
Okay.
I really don't. But
You can plead the fifth.
I got a grandson on the way
Okay, nice.
in May. In May.
Oh, that's
Yes,
what's up.
congratulations.
Congratulations.
So that's your first grandson?
Yeah.
Okay, nice.
Yeah. It's my first grandchild.
What inspires you to switch over from an actor to do film and directing?
I guess because one day I had some ideas that I wanted to do, and the directors on a set of a movie that I was on, they didn't agree with it. And with me, I like to go for my goals. And I said, well, I'm gonna need to write something on my own, but I didn't know how to write.
Right.
So I said, I'm just gonna just write it anyway and see what happens. So once I did that, I had downloaded something called an app called Cell Tech, and it pretty much guides you into writing scripts.
Okay.
So I just tried it out, and I tried it out with CEO. So when I tried it out with CEO, it all worked. And then filming, I had my main man to film it for me, so, he knew what I wanted, and we made it happen. And from there, I just kept going with it. So I haven't really been acting in other people's projects lately because I've been focusing on my own.
Right, that's right.
You know what I'm saying? So that's how that came about.
Yeah,
What
and I
about
find
this
that-
app? Can I get this app for work? I need something to guide me with writing at work.
Cell tech.
Okay. It'll help me.
It's a phone app.
Yeah, you
Okay.
can download it. You can
Okay.
download it for free.
Okay.
And it'll just pretty much guide you into what to do. Like it'll give you the scenes, the characters.
Oh,
you know,
okay,
you just
okay.
fill in the blanks.
Okay.
Okay.
That's all you do.
That's
Okay.
what's up.
Okay.
I'm glad you mentioned that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fashion designer.
Yeah.
Um,
I'm curious. About
okay, with the fashion designer, how did I get into that? Folks was telling me how much they like the name CEO. So I put CEO on a hat. But I just put the C, the E, and the O. Just a regular C, E, and O.
Right.
So then I thought about it. I said, wow, I might can make this a logo. So I got with my graphic designer, and he put together maybe about 5 different logos. And he said, you know, just choose one. So I choose one. And I put it on a hat, and I put it on a shirt, and let me get one of them. There it is.
That's right.
That's great.
Yeah.
So does everything that you design have CEO on it?
Yeah, CEO
Okay.
Classy, CEO Classy Exclusive Outfits, CEO,
That's what's up.
you know, but it's this logo. This logo right here.
You have someone on the feed is saying, family CEO, homeboy, blessings, my friend. Antwon has a great following from DC. That's what's up. That's very important to
Yes.
have a good following and also to have the support from
Yeah.
your city. It's nothing like it.
Right. Because a lot of times they wait till you blow up in
Right.
DC, and then they'll all start supporting you. That's what I've noticed.
And
You
I
have to
also
go away and get big somewhere else, and then they'll start, supporting you.
And I know once you do blow up, you get a lot of haters. Like,
Oh,
how
yeah.
do you deal with the haters? That's what
Yes.
I want to know.
I mean, yeah. I mean, it is something out there, but I just stay motivated and stay focused.
Okay.
You know, because I realize in life that's just
It comes with the
It
territory.
just
it
comes with
does.
territory.
And you gotta have thick
Success.
skin. If you don't have thick skin, I mean,
Yeah.
you're not gonna be able to push through in this
yeah,
world.
yeah. And I don't
Yeah.
get into nothing. I don't get involved in anything. When they get to talking crazy or saying little stuff, and I don't get a lot of it, but there is some out there. I just pretty much stay focused and keep it moving.
Right.
You know, because I mean, if you can't say it to me, then you don't really want to say it.
Right.
If you can't say it
That's
to
what's
me,
up. That's the truth.
it's a different ball game then.
Right.
So, you know.
I agree.
Yeah.
So, we want to get into some of these topics. We're going to come back to you, Antwon. I want you to kind of chime in on some of these topics because you're also our guest co-host as well. So, I think that we should talk about the talking and dating and relationship topic. So, we have a number of people right here tuned in on my Facebook Live, and I'll repeat the first topic that we're going to talk about first is what's the difference? What's your opinion on the difference in talking, dating, and being in a good relationship? Well, being in a relationship. So I think Simona was like itching for this topic. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and turn the screen over and let her go ahead and get it cracking first, because she loves to talk about this type of stuff right here.
Go ahead,
Only
Simone.
because, so my idea of talking is when you're talking on the phone, you're getting to know one another, whatever. It could be every day, it could be every other day or whatever, but you're talking to that person. And then dating is when you start going out to eat, maybe going different places. It could be sex involved or whatever. And then my idea of a relationship is
Hold on, real quick before you go to that. I just
Okay.
want to ask this question: when you're dating, is it okay for you to still see other people while you're dating? Right? Is it yes or no?
I would say yes. It just
Okay.
it depends. It depends, but I would say yes. You can see other people, I guess, and talk to other people while you're in the dating stage.
You think so?
It just depends on the person. Like,
What you think, Maya? You seem like you questioning
I mean,
that.
if we're dating, I don't know, because that's gonna judge my opinion on if we gonna
Go
really
to the
fall
relationship
together.
level.
Yeah.
Like if we dating and you still messing around,
Maybe
you
not
still
messing
doing
around
you.
with somebody. Maybe still talking to people on the phone. I would say that,
I mean,
but maybe not
okay.
being intimate with somebody.
Yeah.
But in a relationship, It's about me, you, and I, and we're exclusive, and we already established that this is what we are, and there's no outsiders. And I mean, in my opinion, you know, other people, guys, they'll say, you know, they'll talk to other women, but to me, when I'm in a relationship, I just feel like a lot of relationships start with conversation. So I don't feel like you should be talking to no other women while we're in a relationship.
Here we go.
That's just me, period. And like, you know, Stacey always laugh at me, but I'll tell you in a minute, because, and I'm gonna say this, the reason why I say, you know, if we doing all this stuff, we go together, like we have.
She go with you. I'm telling you right now.
We having
Let me
sex,
make that clear.
and we doing all of this. The reason why I say that, because a lot of men, you will be going on trips, you will be dating, they'll be at your house all the time, you'll be at their house, you'll be doing all this stuff, and then some men will be like, oh, we just friends. Yeah. Oh, no, wait a minute, no, we not.
Somebody said, no, we not friends.
No,
we doing all that. You my boyfriend.
Like, we not doing all that, because at the end of the day, like, I'm not about to do all of this with one person, and then you're gonna tell me that we just friends. I'm not your friend.
She not going like that. I'm telling you that right now.
I'm not doing it, because at you know, the age that I am right now, I'm looking for companionship. I'm looking for somebody to. Eventually, I want to marry again, and I don't have time to be wasting with these dudes that just wanna play house and all of that, but you don't want the commitment. Then okay, then yeah, and I'm gonna end it like that. But you know, everybody got their own opinion, but that's just how I feel. So if we doing all of that, guys, we doing all that, we having sex, we going on trips, we go together. Just remember that.
Okay.
We go together.
So Antwon, what you think about that?
Hey, I mean, I don't know about the talking to part. I mean, I can imagine that it's, you know, y'all talking. Y'all ain't even been out. Y'all just talking.
Right, the talking part.
You know,
right,
but
that's
if
right.
you're dating, then you may go out a little bit. You may go to a movie or dinner or something like that.
Right.
I don't know.
Go ahead.
He messed you up, Antwon. It's topic.
I guess with dating, you still gonna have the sex.
Right.
You're gonna have your dinners. You're gonna have your movies. You're gonna have all that. But there is no blocking of someone messing with someone else. There is no blocking of that. That's
Wait a minute, hold on. What you mean? Elaborate on that. What you mean?
What I mean is, with dating, that it's just what it is, dating.
Right.
So this person can go date someone else.
Oh, okay.
But
so
are you,
if
in a case like that, you should be truthful and
You
tell
gotta-
that
Exactly.
person
And so-
that you're dealing with, or you have friends.
Yeah,
you know,
upfront.
hey, I got friends. I went out
Upfront.
last
And
night
people
with my
don't do
friends.
Right.
people
and-
don't.
And
They
this
don't
is,
do
That's
that.
the
And that's the problem. That's the main
That's where the
problem.
lines get
Right.
crossed. Because the thing with me is, I tell a person in the beginning, this is what I want. This is what, you know, this is what I'm trying to move towards. If I feel like they're not on the same page, we're not even going to get to that stage. Because mentally, they're not on the same page with me. But if they're, you know, they're telling me all these things, yep, I want to do this, yes, eventually I want to be married too, or I want to get remarried, all this, and we're going into the same direction, then yeah, I'll move forward. But a lot of people, they're not
honest.
They're not
that's
honest.
that's the problem.
Yeah. A lot
Someone
of
on
people-
Facebook just said establish the condition before y'all sexting,
That's what I'm about to
traveling, meeting
Yeah.
kids first. And someone said they can't get through the phone line. I'm not sure. Maybe I thought I had the phone line up. I'm sorry, I didn't have the phone line up. I apologize. It's up. So try to get through. It's 240-389-3397. I think that's the number.
3397 or 27.
Come on, Siobhan.
I'm sorry.
I believe it's
Don't even look at
240-389-3397.
me.
Can someone look on our flyer real quick at the bottom? The phone number is at the bottom of our flyer. But yeah, I feel like it's funny because dudes get mad sometimes when a female be like, oh, I used to talk to him. They be like, what you mean I used to talk to me? Like, talking is talking. I mean, people I think get talking misconstrued. Talking is just talking. It's not saying I used to deal with you. It's not saying I mess with you. It's not saying we had
it's not
sex.
saying- right.
It's saying talking. That's exactly what it is. If you look up the definition of talking, it's communicating.
But I also think that comes with people level of insecurity.
Insecurity,
So if you can't handle somebody saying you used to talk to somebody, then you need to check yourself. But to get back to what you were saying,
Right.
I think that most relationships, if you're asking for someone to commit and to be, I'm your girlfriend, then I think that conversation happened before you, like the young lady said on there, take your trips, or you start
Right.
going to the next level.
Right.
And sometimes we don't do that. We don't communicate enough. We just make an assumption that this is what it is. Even though you dropped your panties, he dropped his drawers, doesn't mean that y'all in a relationship until y'all
Right.
make that commitment
Right,
together.
Right.
So if you do that, ladies or gentlemen, understand your position and what role you play as well, because you didn't set the tone correctly.
Uh-oh.
And then like Simona, you're saying that, you know, you're at an age now where you don't feel like the games and all of that.
Right.
And see,
I'm very
some
I really
men
don't like to
might
date
not
for
be,
real.
might not feel the way you feel.
Right, and we wouldn't get that far if they didn't.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you telling me this is what it is, then I'm going to follow suit, and we're going to move further and further.
Yeah.
But then if it gets to a point where I feel like you just gaming, and you're not really there, or you just talking a good game, because this is what you know, you thinking this is what you want, but a lot of times it just don't turn out like that. It just don't.
Akiba?
Well, I think, you know, it all boils down to the communication. You know, like the viewer was saying, you have to establish your limits. You have to establish what you guys want in the relationship. Because really, like dating, being in a relationship, all that stuff, talking, the definitions vary according to the people going through the relationship. So you have to just establish what you want, because really you can have a long distance relationship where you're not having sex, where you're just talking on the phone, but you're still committed to each other.
Right.
So it just depends. It depends on what each person feels that a relationship is.
Right.
So.
I'm with Simona though. If I'm having sex with you, we go together. Like I'm not, I'm not dating. Like I mean, I'm talking previous to marriage, but I'm not dating just the date. Like I mean, I'm not dating. If I was not married, I would not be just dating and having sex with somebody. Like I feel like I value my goods. So I'm not saying I was always this way, but I'm with Simone. I'm 40 years old now, so I'm not.
I'm older than her.
Yeah,
so
she
I'm
older
not
than
gonna
me,
do it.
so I just feel like, and everybody, I've met a few of my friends, you know, they say, hey, all I want is sex. You know, I mean, everybody
You tell
has
me that
what
in the
they
beginning,
have.
okay.
I don't
I'll be
think
on-
sex means you need to
gotta
be in
tell
a
me in the
relationship.
beginning.
I agree with that.
Yeah,
but for
sex
me,
doesn't
if I'm gonna
mean-
give up my goods,
But some women don't know how to have sex with a man and leave
not be
that as a
attached.
friend.
Yes,
Some
that's
women
true.
can't handle that. And so y'all women out there that can't
men
handle
can't
that,
handle
don't
it.
have sex with just anybody. Just
You have to
save your
establish
goods.
what it is y'all are in first.
Yeah.
Yes.
Before you give up the
Yeah.
goods.
that's
I
right.
agree.
That's the
I
best
agree.
way to, you know, protect
Or if you
your
want to
feelings.
give up the goods, then kind of be a little strong.
Yeah.
Don't be a little weak.
That's true.
You know,
Right. Feelings is a mug, and sex is a mug too.
it is.
It's like, I mean, for real, you can really get attached to a person just by giving yourself to that person. And someone just comes on Facebook just now and say, but some guys can't handle if the lady just wants sex. But it's cool with them doing it. When I was single, I didn't want a relationship, but the dudes couldn't handle it. That's true. I have a friend that just went through that. Dude was trying to bun her after they had sex, and she was like, nah. I mean, it's just all everybody's different. Gerard Shaw comes on and say communication can. He back, right? Maya said, hi, Gerard. Communication can diffuse any misunderstanding. Absolutely. Assumptions occur usually with sex. Yeah, sometimes you just assume like, oh yeah, I'm smashing this dude on a regular. Oh, this is my boyfriend.
Yeah.
You can't assume like
You
that.
can't
though.
assume.
No,
You
assume,
can't.
ladies.
beginning,
You can't
like I
assume.
said.
Definitely got to be established.
Definitely.
Definitely got to be established.
Some people have to learn the hard way. I know I learned the hard way.
Yeah,
So, you know,
yeah.
Everybody has.
you go through different stages in life, and once you get a certain age, you just realize
Right.
that you do have to establish
Right.
that communication. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
So let's go on to the next topic. What is your definition, males and females? What is your definition of a good man? So please feel free, like I said, to call in. I do have the number up here. I did have it right. It's 240-389-3397. I hope the phone lines are open. I hope you can get through, whoever was trying to get through. or you can feel free to type in your comments on the live Facebook feed. But to me, my definition of a good man is loyalty. To me is everything. That's number one. Trusting, being able to trust this person. Communication is everything. Like all of those I have to be able to trust you, and you know, like I said, communication. Those are my top three when it comes to definition of a good man. A gentleman more than anything. Like I can't stand dating a dude that don't open doors. Like that is so annoying to me. I mean, everybody have their own pet peeves of what they like and what they don't like. But what I need you to open my door. I'm not getting out the car. I'm gonna stay in the car until you open the door. And I want all my doors open. Like it's just a gentleman thing to do. So I teach my sons that. Teach your sons that now, because I mean it's the right thing to do. I look forward to it. If I see a dude not doing that, I'm like, I mean, I'm not gonna judge him. And I'm like, that ain't the person for me. You know what I'm saying? You know what you like, and everybody, you know. So what you think, Siobhan?
I'm just curious.
What's your definition?
Well, I'm gonna tell you my definition, but I have a question for you. When they open the door for you, do you lean over and open the door for them?
Yes.
Okay.
The car door?
Yes.
Correct.
Okay,
yes.
awesome.
That's
All right.
not my pet peeve. I don't really care. I mean, that's nice if you open up the door for me, but I'm so used to being
so independent.
Yeah. Should I open up the door for you? So, that ain't mine is look. I like surprises. Don't forget holidays, like stuff like that. I mean, that's not the definition of a good man, but that's the type of things I like. Like, don't forget these things, okay?
And another thing, I hate when dudes start something in the beginning to get you, and then
never to keep and stop.
And they stop.
Right.
That's I mean, and then we do it too. You know, you get complacent. You know, it's easy to do, but I feel like again, that's where communication come in. You remind this person, hey, this is what you got to get me. I'm gonna need you to continue to
So if I for me not to repeat you, but to ditto it as well, I will add on someone who is spiritual. Who actually knows God, someone who tries, even though when mistakes are made, that they can actually try to fix their mistakes and own it. Like an apology is all sometimes is needed in relationships, as long as you own it, and as well as someone who I'm attracted to and I can have fun with. So I'm adding on to what you said.
Okay,
I agree with everything.
I want to read some of these comments real quick. Ray Allen said, that's a fact. You better not mess with no dude who don't open doors or walk on the street side. Junior gonna be proper. So Alicia comes on, says, I don't want to have to remind you. So you don't want to have to remind your dude to do the things that he used to do to keep you? I'm assuming that's what she referring to. Antwon, you want to chime in on this topic? What's your definition of a good man?
I think a good man is, you know, he definitely going to be loyal. I'm a person that likes to open doors, hold doors, and things of that nature. You definitely got to have some trust going on. Say what you want, mean what you say, and that's pretty much it.
Okay. Simona?
It's almost like the same thing.
Okay.
Without trust, there's no relationship. And once it's broken, it's hard to get it back. So
it is.
I feel like you might as well keep it moving.
Akiba, anything to add?
I would have to say that a good man is going to be a man that elevates you, supports your dreams, and basically pushes you to be a better person, pushes you to be a better you.
Yes.
No negativity, you know, always striving for the best and striving to be positive.
I like that.
Yes.
Good addition.
I would say, for me, a good man is how you treat your mom.
Oh yeah,
Exactly.
absolutely.
And that means
That
a
means
lot,
a lot.
to me. That means a lot to me, how you treat your mom. You know, your kids, just being honest. You know, some guys aren't honest with females because they feel like we can't handle it. So honesty is always key. You know, people stay in relationships just because someone feels like they can't tell that person they don't want to be there. You know,
That's
honesty.
true. Yes.
Like, honesty is everything.
It
so.
is.
And along
right.
with the things that all of you ladies said.
Yes. Okay. All right. So, any. Okay. So someone else added, two people One person says that blows me when the guy not paying attention to me being on the outside. I think you want that door open, huh?
She's talking about on the outside of the street.
Oh, on the outside. Okay. Gerard says open doors lead to the opening of many more doors. Amen. Shadon comes on and say, I will also add protect, provide. Oh yeah, protect.
Yes,
thank you.
absolutely.
Protect, provide, and love me unconditionally. Yes, ma'am. Absolutely. Kevin comes on and says a good man is a man who has flaws and strives to correct them in his journey to being the best man in his life. Kevin, I don't agree with you. I'm sorry. No, I don't agree with you on that, but okay, we could agree to disagree. Tony,
I mean, we all have flaws.
We do.
You know.
We do, but I know him very well.
He wrong about something.
I grew up with him. I know him. Yeah, he wrong about something. Tony comes on and says, that's true. Hey, ladies, I'm back. Hey, Tony. April says, he's loyal to you and embrace who you are. A protector and provider, most of all, very respectful. Absolutely. And I agree. That goes back to what Maya said. If a guy treats his mom right, you better believe he going to treat you right. You got to really look at that with dudes. True. Because if he treat his mother like, you know, I don't even care. You know,
talk to her any kind of way.
Yeah.
Oh no,
I'm 40 years old. I don't even curse around my mom. Like you gotta have a level of respect for your parents. I don't care how old you are.
Right now,
yeah.
She smacked me at 21 years old. I was like, oh, get me out this car.
I'm not cursing around my mother. I'm just not doing it. I don't care if I'm 60. I'm just not. So you know, you just gotta have a level of respect.
And another thing for me is, you know, like being in a relationship, being married, or just being in a relationship. For me, like, I don't agree with men talking to other women about their wife or their situation. Like, don't ever, like, I'm never going to talk to another nigga, a guy, I'm sorry, not nigga, another man about my fiance.
Yeah.
I'm just not going to do that. Bad, even if I feel some type of way towards my fiance, ain't no another man going to know that at all.
Agree. Right.
You know, and there be a lot of men out here pillow talking to the other women about their women. And that's how people get smacked.
Yeah. That's how you get slapped. Kevin comes back on and says, what man, no, I do agree with that though, Kevin. He said, what man doesn't have flaws is not a perfect man in the world. I guess that's what he's saying, world. Tony comes back on and says, I treat my mom well, love her forever. Derek says, hey, Akiba. He says, who you connect to, you gain from. He must be able to support and help make you better. Absolutely, Derek. I agree.
And getting back to that, I mean, you'd be surprised of how many men will try to compete with their woman.
Oh yeah,
you know,
or jealous because she make more. I agree with that.
You know, black women, we're doing our thing.
Yeah, we are.
You know, we're working, we're getting money, and a lot of times men, they're jealous.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
They're jealous. They're competitive. So you don't want to be around.
Or they're insecure.
You don't want to compete with your spouse or compete with your significant other. No,
we together.
Yes,
because it doesn't matter. Because if you put everything together, it doesn't matter at the end.
Yeah.
I agree. One more. I'm gonna read this last one, then we're gonna go on to this last topic, and then we're gonna come back to Antwon, a few more questions for you. Tony says a man will protect, provide, love who he trusts wholeheartedly. Yeah, agreed. So we all added that. He comes back and says, what about the chicks who get jealous of a man's relationship with his mom? And that's, you know,
that's crazy.
I would never be jealous.
They're gonna have to deal with me. My son friends, they're gonna have to deal. But I don't think I'm gonna be that hard. But I mean, sometimes mothers can see stuff that others can't see.
But also, y'all gotta remember too, mothers can see stuff that others can't see. But you also got, if they're married, as a mom, you step aside.
That's right.
That's right. When they're married.
When they're married,
that's a different thing.
You can still give advice when they're not married. But when they're married, moms do have to step aside. And sometimes we don't understand that what we have instilled in our children, that they have to take it and go forth with it. And trust that they'll do well with it. But at the same time, you don't supposed to intervene when they're married.
Exactly. Right.
You'll be surprised how many people get mad when they ask the question like, who comes first, your mother, your wife, or the kids? And people, when I was married, he would say, my wife comes first, and then my mom, or then the kids, or however you do it. But when you're married to someone, your wife comes before your mother.
Yeah.
But you know, some people like, you know, my mother come first, or something. Or a lot of women that say my kids come first, or whatever. The woman is going to choose the children.
Yeah.
I do agree with that, Simone. I ain't gonna
The
lie.
woman is going to choose the children.
Yeah.
But
Kids for sure.
you know, a lot
Yes.
of times I've heard this thing like the man chooses the woman, and then it was like I can't exactly remember what it was, but it was like everybody in a boat, like who you going to save, and a lot of times the man will save the wife, but people
it be
That's
some
a
mothers
tough one.
overstopping
But
this,
it is
overstepping
tough.
it.
Wait a minute, I ain't gonna lie, Keeper.
when you're married,
It's supposed to be your
it's supposed
husband,
to
but like you said, I don't really want to say, but it's hard when the kids are involved.
But
It's
I have
really
one
hard.
thing off the topic.
because the woman gonna save
like,
the kids.
Yeah.
like you saying, we gonna save this
The
for
husband
another
gonna
time.
save
No,
the
go
wife,
ahead.
but the wife
So
gonna
like
save the kids.
how y'all saying that, you know, if it's when you have a wife, the mother supposed to step aside, right?
Right.
Yes.
In a situation like that, what if that son dies? Do the mother still step aside and just let the wife handle that burial?
She's supposed to. It's not that. She's
The wife's
supposed to.
supposed to handle everything.
Yes.
And
She's
she wants
supposed
when she
to,
wants
but-
advice from mom, a mom can give it to her.
Right.
But the
I'm paying
onus
for
on
my
the
son's funeral. I
The
don't
mother
care if he
used
married
the
or
mother
what
gonna
he
take
is.
over anyway.
but that's your choice. But I'm sure that'll help the wife out.
She gonna
But
take over anyway.
the responsibility falls on the wife.
I just know it was a funeral that just happened, you know, a few weeks ago, and the mother ain't do nothing. Step back and let the wife do everything.
She's supposed to,
I mean,
though.
no,
Technically.
man, no. I feel like no. Your mother, you birthed that kid.
When you married Maya, it's not like that.
I think in my case, if that were to happen, I would basically come together.
Yes, you gotta come
Absolutely,
together.
absolutely.
Yes, but you saying she had no input? No, she stepped
She
aside
felt
and
like
let the wife
you
do
been
everything.
with my son all that long time. You figure it out.
Wow.
Oh wow! No, I wouldn't do that.
I'm not doing that.
No. I'm with a
I
key.
probably be too much involved.
Yeah.
You know,
on top of
but
it. Like,
yeah.
But
Tony, I'm gonna read this last topic and then we gonna go on to this last topic real quick. He said, "Shit, I'm saving my mom. I only get one mom. Girlfriends and wives can be replaced." Tony, you petty.
Tony is so
Yeah. You gonna save your mom? Forget the wife and the girlfriend. Leisha says lies. My mom come first. I mean, Tony says lies. My mom come first, and Leisha says the man choose the wife. The wife choose the
kid.
husband and the kids. Covered by y'all unity. Okay.
Okay.
So our last topic, I think that this is gonna be really interesting. Do swingers still exist? If you're a swinger, call in, please call in. We want to know what is going on in the swinging world.
Be anonymous.
And you can be anonymous. You can be anonymous. Please call in. And don't you can type in a live Facebook feed, but we prefer you to call in if you're a swinger. And also, can swinging in your relationship add to your relationship? 240-389-3397. Let us know your thoughts on that. You said you don't think what?
I don't know. I don't think so. But
You don't think what?
I've heard the whole swinging thing is because they're so like they don't hide anything from one another, and you know they pick the person and all that. But what if? I just feel like that's opening a lot of doors if you're bringing outside people in.
Agreed.
So,
I agree.
You know, I can have sex with who you want me to, but somebody that I want to, you might not want me to, or you might want to do certain stuff that I don't want to do. It just open up a whole
It does.
a lot of doors, and a lot of, to me it's just
I have read this article. It was like I guess some type of psychologist or something. She did a study on people who were in like threesomes and things like that, and she said like I think it was like 80-90% of the time at the end of the day it never works out because somebody always gets jealous.
Yeah,
Right.
And
absolutely.
it causes confusion.
Right.
Yes,
Yeah.
it causes confusion.
And confusion comes from the devil.
Yes,
Yes.
absolutely.
I think everybody gotta be drunk. Then that way won't nobody be mad. You get mad when you're not drunk.
Wow.
Antoine, any thoughts on the swinging topic?
I'm just
You
not
plead the
into
fifth?
it. I'm not into it.
Yeah, with him.
No, I'm not into it.
They said, what's the number? The number is 240-389-3397. think I said that right.
I went to hedonism one time.
That's like the first time we've heard I've heard a man say they're not into it. Any other man be like,
I'm interested
not
in asking.
hedonism because I wanted to experience like you can go on the nude side or the prude side. This is when I was much younger. But we happened to go when it was a swingers convention. And I happened to meet
swingers
a
convention?
whole,
Where was that?
Wow.
It was in Jamaica.
Okay.
And I happened to meet a whole lot of people, good people, you know, and that's how I learned there's a lot of that going on in D.C.
Oh, absolutely.
But to me, I was just like bringing other people in. It just caused a whole lot of confusion being married because, you know, well, what if I want to have sex with somebody that I want to? And
you
you'll
should be able
like,
to bring them in. If,
you know,
if
because
he
my
can
husband's
bring them
like,
in.
don't go over here by these firefighters. Don't do this. But every time I turn around, he going to smoke a cigarette. Like, you're not about to tell me. Like, it was just so free there. Like, everybody was so free. And then you had a man. This I would never forget it. This man was like, ask your husband, can I, you know, have oral sex? And I was looking at him like, what the hell is going on? Like, what the hell?
Wow.
He was like, ask your husband, can I eat your... And I looked at him like, what the hell is going on here? But
At this swingers convention?
yeah, and my husband was just so like, you know, so like.
Was he okay with it?
Like, I'm looking around like, what the hell? What is going on? It was a lot going on. It was a lot going on. But he would tell me, don't leave, don't go nowhere without me. You don't leave the pool without me, or don't. And I'm like, nigga, you just
trying to protect you.
right?
So I have a question.
Experience.
I have a question. Why is it that, well, besides your swinger convention, why is it that when people think of that conversation, they think of a man and two women? Is it?
It's not that.
No, I'm asking.
Oh.
This is the question I want to
Okay.
ask for the audience, like for the men, especially that Tony guy, because he always got something funny
Tony,
to
go
say.
ahead. I got some stuff to say. I'm reading in a minute.
I'm just interested in asking is men open to the woman having two men in the bed out of curiosity. So why is it a double standard? So why is it a double standard?
I don't know why,
So-
but the men would be like, and
Right.
don't go nowhere. You stay right here.
But yeah, so that shouldn't be. I mean,
No,
I'm not
first
for
of
it.
all,
Don't get me
when
wrong.
it's
I'm
swinger
not
stuff.
for neither one of them. I don't care who it is, because that's nasty to me. Because
Yeah.
that's disease going to disease, and that's too much confusion. That's not for me. But I'm just asking,
Right.
just to play angel advocate.
Yeah.
Right.
Why is it a double
Because
standard?
I think it stems back from way back a long time ago. You know, even like, you know, the early 1900s or whatever, you know, the men were the breadwinners in the family.
Right.
They made the money, they paid the bills, they took care of the home. So in their minds, or a lot of people's minds back then, it was okay to step out or to have more than one woman. So I think that's where that idea basically came
It was a
from.
man idea, or it was okay?
Well, I think it's because men were dominant.
Oh,
And
okay.
nowadays it's like, you know,
The female
women,
is running the
right,
show.
exactly. But back then, you know, women, they couldn't vote. You know, there's a
They
lot
couldn't
of
do
different things
nothing.
that women couldn't do. So
I
they were
think she
looked
basically
upon
didn't even say
as
anything.
inferior. So I think that just, from that time, that just basically carried on from that time.
Right.
You know?
Okay, so the phone line is
Is
working.
that Tony?
I'm not sure.
I can't, because then
Or
you probably come with me.
You're on with the ladies of the Chyna'Pink talk show. Hello.
Hey, ladies.
Hi.
So that's a difficult topic. So I know some swingers, and
What's this called?
they make it work. I don't know how, but they've been married 20 years, and they have been swinging 15 of the 20.
Wow. So swinging does exist. There you go. There you have it.
So when we saying swingers, are we saying not threesomes? Are we saying swinging meaning switch partners?
Couples.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Well,
Couples
how does that
versus
go?
couples.
Like, I mean, does that
supposed to
couple,
be.
or is that couple like the husband letting the woman sleep with another man, and the wife letting the husband sleep with another woman alone, or is it a together thing?
Well, the way they have it, she chooses not to sleep with another man, but he has multiple girlfriends,
Wow.
And she's okay with
Or
that.
do they do threesomes?
and she's okay with it.
And they do they do threesomes?
They actually used to run parties.
Wait a minute, I can't
In
hear.
DC.
Say that again.
They actually used to run parties in DC.
Oh, while swinging parties.
Mm-hmm.
I've heard about the swinging parties in Baltimore. I've had actually one of my good girlfriends have been to a swingers party. Her and her
Yeah, I've
dude
been to one in Baltimore.
In Baltimore. And so I was like, what is it like? Because I was trying to, you know how someone's telling you about something, you trying to picture in your mind what it's like. She said there's different rooms you could go in. And
that's taboo.
I've been to one in DC.
So at
taboo, the way taboo works is a guy can't come alone unless he's been invited by the owner or somebody relevant. Other than that, the guy can't come alone. He's getting the stove. The guy can't come alone, but the female can come along. And so at taboo, you can watch, you can participate, you can walk from room to room and just watch, or you can participate. But when you come together, if you come together as a couple, you have to stay together. So the rules are, if you come together, you have to stay together. So if another man wants to see your woman or vice versa, then he has to ask for permission. And if the guy say no, then no means no. You can't force it. You can't do any of that.
Okay. Well, y'all done told me something new today because I haven't even heard about taboo before.
Is taboo here?
Taboo is in Baltimore.
In Baltimore, okay. Baltimore popping, ain't it? Little freaky little city.
It is.
Well, DC used to be popping.
DC got it too.
I haven't heard anything lately about DC, but DC used to be popping about 5 years ago.
With taboo and swinging?
With swinging?
With swinging. So Taboo is the name of the club that's in Baltimore.
Oh, okay.
But DC used to be popping about 5 or 6 years ago.
Okay. Well, thank you so much for educating us on that because we didn't know anything about that. And thank you for calling in.
It's a lot of relationships that break up behind swinging.
Oh, yeah.
You have to be both open with that idea because if one is and one not, then it's going to cause a lot of friction in your relationship.
Absolutely.
One can't be on board and the other one can't because at the end, they're going to wonder, the female is always going to wonder, how did you know her? Did you know her before? Are you still seeing her? Like, the female always going to wonder. So if you can't handle that, don't do it.
Let me ask you this. The couple that you were referring to when you first called in, is the husband the breadwinner? I'm just curious. It don't have anything to do with why they do what they do, but I'm just curious to know.
No, they both make good money.
Okay.
And then I know another guy that's what he looked for. He looked for a woman at the parties that he can be involved with because they in the same lifestyle.
Oh, wow. Someone on Facebook just said it's one right here on Out of Town Road, too. What in the devil? I've never heard of that. Where's that?
Because they
I've been in there.
If you're not in that limelight, then you're not gonna know. You're not gonna know where the party's at.
Like a secret code.
Wait a minute, caller. Say that one more time.
If you're not in that limelight, then you're not gonna know where the parties are at.
Oh, okay. Got you. Okay. Wow.
So they like really exclusive.
That's why we don't know.
Right. That's why we don't know, right?
Yeah.
Thank you so much for calling in. We truly appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Have a good day.
You too.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
If you're a single man,
Y'all having lifestyle conversations over there. We can't hear with two different conversations going on now.
All right.
So I just want to read some of these because a lot of people were chiming in while she was talking on Facebook, and I do want our audience to. I want to acknowledge that our audience kind of engage with us. So I want to read their comments. So Gerard says, no, hold on, I got to go back up. The number is 240-389-3397. That's first. Also, Leisha says swinging is nasty. I'm sorry. Tony says, I agree, babe. I'm not rocking like that. That would scare me if my girl offered. I'd be like, oh, she's a hoe. Gerard says, damn. The order as a single father with custody, my son's before me. Oh, that's bad.
Okay.
I'm gonna scroll down because we not on that topic no more. I'm sorry, Gerard, but I see you. I got you. Tony says that's a STD gateway. Gerard says your husband knew you had tasty cakes. Tony comes back. I don't know what that's about. Tony says, "Oh, if my lady needs 2 men, she's not for me." That's right. Leisha says, "That's why the man come before the kids if you're spiritual." Denitra says, "Hello, everyone. Hi. Thanks for tuning in." Tony said, "The double standard is our dick is given freely. Y'all pussy is supposedly sacred. So supposedly, hold on now. So if she needs, keyword is more than just me. She can hand. What's hand? Oh, have a nice day." Okay, he put HAND in all caps. I'm like, and then he put in parentheses, "Have a nice day." Okay. Leisha comes back and says, "You right, that's the double standard, but technically it's supposed to be one-on-one regardless." I agree. Tony comes back and says, talking about you, Maya, "Is Lil Ponytail swinging, baby girl?"
No, Tony.
She said no. She ain't swinging. Because Gerard comes on there and says she knows a lot about it.
I ain't even say
Right. Don't be coming for her, y'all.
I didn't even say no.
Dwayne comes on there and say they in Baltimore, Miami, and ATL. I guess that's what he's saying the swinger spots are. How you know, Dwayne? Tony comes back and say taboo and swinging. Quit your day job and be a porn star.
The hell, Tony?
Gerard comes back and said, "Oh, that's when he said this one on Allentown Road." And then he said, "No, down the street from Crossland High School." I respect you, Gerard. He said, so Tony comes back and says they got an apartment behind Denny's on Bennett Road that have swinger parties. How you know about it, Tony?
Damn.
So yeah, that's a lot. That's a lot. So y'all, I'm sorry, we are almost at our time, and we want to give Antwon a few more minutes. We gonna come back to this topic next Sunday, y'all. I promise y'all we'll continue it next Sunday. But we want to give Antwon a little bit more time to talk about anything that he want to talk about, and we want to ask him, to share all his websites, social media information, so you guys can follow him, keep up to tune with what he got going on, keep up to speed with all his movie stuff he got going on. So yeah, back to Antwon, y'all.
Yeah. Well, with the Back to Zero website, it's my email. So if anybody want to be a part of the movie, I still have about 8 more roles that I need to cast.
Okay, well you got 3 actresses at this table, and we got 2 more right here that they probably won't mind. Okay, yes.
I ain't a sag.
Sag.
My memory's stuck,
Yeah.
but I'll be standing.
So you don't have to be sag for this. Okay.
No.
Yeah, share that information. We are definitely
email address
interested.
is back to zero the movie at gmail.com. Back to zero the movie
Okay.
at gmail.com. As far as CEO of the series, I'm always casting for CEO of the series because it's a series, it's an ongoing project. And that email is CEO the series at gmail.com.
That's the one that you're going to start after the movie
After
in
the
June.
movie.
Right. And
Yes.
how do you already have it planned out how many episodes or seasons you're going to do for this series?
Well, each season will have 12 episodes.
Nice.
Yeah, each
Nice.
season will have 12 episodes. I don't know when it's going to end.
Okay.
I'm having fun right now, so I really don't know when it's going to end.
Okay.
But I do have other movie projects that's after Back to Zero. I have
Okay.
about 4 more, so we're going to see how that works.
Do you have a team of people who pick your cast for you, or do you pick your own cast?
Actually, I cast on my own
Okay.
because I know what I want. I don't cast. I cast here, but I also cast elsewhere as well because you want to have some new faces in your project. You want your project to be authentic. And if you see the same person in all the projects around here, your project not going to be authentic.
I was just about to ask you about that because I've seen it with several local film directors in the DC area, and they use the same people in every film. It's annoying to me to keep seeing the same person in all of your films.
Yeah, but I don't knock what they do.
Right, I get it.
I just don't do that.
Yeah.
It's like with CEO of the series, I have over, I don't know, maybe about 65, 70 people.
Okay. Wow.
None of them are in Back to Zero, except for maybe 1 or 2
Okay.
out of that whole 60
Wow.
to 70. Yeah, everybody else is new.
Are they
Because
paid? I'm sorry. Go ahead. You go ahead.
I want everything to, be authentic.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that's why I do it that way.
I
But
love
haven't
that way.
forgotten. I haven't forgotten about them because they pressing me like, when we gonna start filming CEOs? But we coming. We
Filming
coming.
is so fun.
Yeah.
It's very fun. But the thing about filming for me is, I'm with you, Simona, the memorizing, like
My memory
Akiva.
suck.
Can you talk about that a little bit, you and Siobhan? Like, I tell you, I had to, me memorizing lines for the 2 films that I was in was, and I guess it's when you have a whole lot going on. I work full time. I have kids that's very active. My brain is not the way it used to be. So studying and those lines it was a lot. It was a lot.
It all boils down to repetition, definitely repetition. So any little bit of time that you can get in, just try to repeat over and over again. And the other thing is the most important thing is to actually get an idea of what the script is about.
Yeah.
So if you get a script, don't just be like, okay, I'll do my
Read
little
my lines.
part. Read the
whole
whole
thing.
script.
And that way you can get a scenario in
Visual.
your mind about
The
what it's
character
about,
and everything.
the character, how they would respond, and then you kind of can get an idea of what the scene is about, and you almost know what to say.
Right.
You know
Right.
what I'm saying?
Yes,
So
yes.
that's how you do it. Yes, exactly.
So
Yeah,
I was gonna say, to add to that, making use of your time, especially being a mom and having so many things on your plate. Like she said, I'm in the car. I don't turn the music on. I just study.
Yeah.
If I have a lunch break, I study. Anywhere I can get, or I'm studying with my kids. I'm just making it's a habit when you are actually doing it and you want to own it and make sure that you're good at it. So you just got to make the time for something that if you want to do it, you do it. But you make the time to study.
Oh, yeah.
And people have different methods
Strategies.
and strategies of studying, and like me, what I do, I read the whole script twice, and then after I read the whole script twice, I'll highlight all my areas,
Right.
and then I'll start focusing on my stuff. And it's just something about my mind. My mind see the highlighted areas. So when I'm ready to try to remember, all I see is the highlighted
You can
areas.
see the
I can see it.
picture.
You can
I'm
see it
like
in
that
your
too.
head. Yeah. And when it's time to go on set, you got it.
Another technique I used when I was did the 2 films that I was in, I recorded. I read
Very helpful.
my lines,
Yeah.
and I recorded my lines, and I kept listening to it over
Oh,
and
yeah,
over
that's a
and
good
over
one.
again,
Yeah.
and that helped me.
Okay.
That's like you listen to a song on the radio. It comes on
You
all the
remember it.
time. You remember it
Yeah.
without even looking at or knowing the lyrics.
Ad-lib when you're
Some
Yeah,
film directors allow
Yeah,
it.
that's
Some-
if they allow it.
Oh,
Yeah,
if they allow
some
it.
allow it.
And
like
when
that's
you're
saying
doing
just
that,
making up stuff in your head.
right, and when you're doing that, you don't want to do the last line. You don't
Okay.
want to ad-lib the last line because
Okay.
the person who you are interacting with remembers your last line.
Right,
So
that's
if you
true.
change the last line, they
that's
That
fine.
throw them off.
Okay.
That throws them
Ad
off.
lib, add
Yeah.
your own.
Ad-lib,
Yeah.
like say
Okay.
just going through a
Something
scene and you
little,
can't
it might
remember it, but
forget.
you do something
But
similar.
you're
Gotcha.
supposed to
You
ask.
say-
You're supposed to ask the director, can
Okay.
you ad-lib?
Yes, yes.
You know what I'm saying? Because it's up to him or her to say, yes,
Yes.
you can ad-lib. Now, when you on stage, you in deep water.
Yeah.
Ain't no cut.
Yeah, come
Ain't
on.
none of that.
Yes.
You out there. You forget your lines, you better come up with something.
You mean so
Make
doing
up
plays?
Improvise.
Yeah, plays.
Yeah, I can't do
Right.
no play. I'm too scared
Yeah,
to do
you
a
get
play.
stuck
Now
out
me,
there. Yeah.
I don't know. That'll be a new venture for me. 'Cause
A play?
Step out
yes.
your box.
That would definitely be like even
I'd be
when
too
we
nervous.
supposed to have presented awards at the you actually are nominated as the best actress for the Kazar.
Okay, so yeah,
yes.
I'm supposed to be a presenter.
So we are supposed to be a presenter as
Yeah.
well. So at the week that he was supposed to have it, I think it was only gonna be me and Siobhan that was gonna be able to present awards. So I was like,
Right.
Siobhan, you comfortable in talking in front of all these people? She was like, yeah, sure. Like she was like ready.
No
And-
problem.
Yes.
But you basically just, all you got to do when you see a lot of people
Zone
out
out.
there,
Block
Yeah,
look
just
straight.
block 'em out. Look
Y'all
straight
straight
ahead.
ahead.
Yeah.
Because they're looking at you, but you ain't looking at them.
Right.
right.
They
Right.
think you looking at
Yeah,
them, but
True. That's a
Look
good. That's a
straight
good
in.
way
That
to.
in
My
high school.
Yeah.
stomach will be bowl up. I be sweating.
Yes.
I
It's
pass
like it.
out.
Do you remember
Hey,
the
remember
first
that
year
time? I
that
said,
we?
y'all, I said, y'all, I'm getting nervous. I can't do it. I saw sweat, underarms, everything.
So she's referring to not this year that just passed, because we were the winners of the best radio show of the year for
The year
for the
before
Titan Awards.
that,
But the year before that, we presented awards at the Titan Awards, and Maya was like, "We gotta get up on that stage," and I was like, "Yeah." She was like, "I don't know about that. I'm gonna fall out." Like she was like,
"Out, hit that floor." Y'all be like, "Oh shit."
But yeah, so we did a good job presenting
But
awards.
you could do it. And then as far as wise with film, about remembering your lines, you know, I'm a person that work with people that can't remember their lines. So don't get scared because you can't remember your lines. Come on to the set, bring your script, and I'm gonna work with you. So when your time comes to shoot, we're gonna make sure you remember those lines for that particular shoot right there.
Right.
And because I have people on set right now that that has a problem with remembering lines. You know, that's just their stigma. They can't remember a lot. So I works with them, but you would never know it.
Right.
You would never know it.
That's I commend you so much for that. Like, you know, some film directors be like, "Oh, they can't remember lines next."
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I love that. That says a lot about your character.
Well, take a good look at all of us. 'Cause
Yes.
you might need somebody at the table.
Right.
And that's one thing
right.
about you, Antwon, too. You're providing a platform for people who want to act, people who don't have that experience to get out there and shine.
Right.
So I commend you for that.
Right.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's all right. Yeah.
Oh.
I had one final question. Was your positions that you're casting for, are they paid or do they get credits?
You get your credit. Like, it's a SAG project. So if you're not SAG, you're going to become SAG.
Nice.
Because when I cast, it's speaking roles.
Correct.
And
Okay.
speaking role will get you
Your
Right.
your SAG.
Yeah.
Where you have folks that's been working for years and years trying to become SAG. If I brought you on my show, you're going to be SAG right away.
Nice.
You see what I'm saying? And you can just say 3 words and that's it.
Right.
Nice.
So yeah.
That's what's up.
Yes.
Yeah.
Love it. So can you just let our audience know one more time before we close out, you know, anything you want them to know, your social media information, one more time.
Well, of course, my Facebook page is Antwon Temoney.
Okay.
My Instagram page is Temoney World, at Temoney World. And the emails for, you know, back to zero if somebody want to send in their information.
What information do you require?
All you got to do is just basically send me a headshot and a full body shot.
Okay.
And tell me a little something about yourself. You don't really need no experience, but if you want to do it, I can teach you the rest.
Nice.
As long as you want to do it, I can teach you the rest. I don't mind going to that tree and getting that apple, getting that fresh apple. You know what I mean?
That's what's up.
Because a lot of
Yes.
times those fresh apples, they can't make it to Hollywood. They can't make it to Atlanta for somebody to see them. But I'm going to see them, and I can turn you into what I want you to be.
That's what's
You know,
up.
because you're not going to come to the set and be you. You're not going to get on my set and be you.
Right.
You're going to be who
With the character.
You
the
want
character.
one
Right.
to be. Right.
Yeah, so yeah, definitely. So just basically tell me a little something about yourself. If you've done anything, put it down. If you haven't done, I haven't done anything, but
Okay.
I want to learn this,
Oh.
and
Nice.
I got it. I got it.
what's
So
up.
back to zero, the movie at gmail.com.
Okay.
If it's CEO, it's CEO the series at gmail.com.
I want to be a part of that
I
CEO
want
the
to
series.
too. I want to be a part of Back to Zero.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
sending you my
dynamite. That's
info.
the one
Okay.
with,
Yes,
Earth
ma'am.
Roberts and Omar Gooden, and then I got a couple more coming in. I'll come back another time and let
Yes,
you know that.
absolutely.
But it's dynamite. CEO is dynamite. So
Your spirit is so
Yes.
calm.
Yes.
It's so laid back and just I love the positive vibe. I love it.
thank you.
I agree.
So
I've been
humble.
trying
Yes,
to get
very
Akiva,
humble.
but you know she's been busy lately.
Akiva been busy as a mug.
We
so proud of her.
I'm gonna get her.
Get her.
Yeah.
Get her.
Let me know. I'm ready.
Yeah, she's
I am
very
ready.
serious,
Yes,
ready.
Yeah.
I am.
Yeah.
That's
Definitely.
what's up.
And
Okay.
our girl just had a commercial.
Yes, the commercial was yes. It was everything. She was at the casino, like yeah. That was very nice.
Very.
You should share it so we can get. We should get
Yeah,
Kevin to put it on our
the show.
Instagram page so
Yeah.
people can see.
Okay.
I can send him the video that you sent us.
Okay.
I did bring y'all something. I brought y'all copies of my book. I'm gonna sign them for y'all.
Oh, thank you so much.
I'm gonna sign them for you. Back to Zero.
Yes, back to zero.
Yeah, so I'm gonna sign them for y'all before I leave. I couldn't come here empty-handed.
That's so nice. We love when
We
people
love
bring us
that.
gifts.
Yes. We ain't gonna ask, but
Right.
if you give it to us, yes.
Yes. So we're gonna go around the table real quick. Maya, you want to start first?
I am Maya on Instagram, London_Bridges.
And I'm Akiba on Instagram. It's at Akiba Robinson Actress. That's at AKIBA ROBINSONACTRESS.
I love
The
it.
same on Facebook, Akiba Robinson Actress.
Exactly.
I love it, Akiva.
Yes. I'm All Eyes 213 on Instagram and Simona Moody on Facebook. Also, be on the lookout for my new sunglass line, Too Shady Sunglasses, coming out real soon. Yeah, I'm excited about that.
Yes.
Awesome.
Push through, boo.
I am Siobhan Bowman, and you can find me on Instagram as well as Facebook at EYEZ on Siobhan, SHAVONNE. I'm also a co-author as well as an actress, and I have an upcoming play, Out of Time, that will be coming up in September.
Okay, yes. Please, you gotta keep reminding us every week. So, especially when you start selling tickets and stuff like that.
Yes.
So everybody can purchase those tickets because we in there.
Awesome.
Before I give my information, I want you guys to support India. She's one of our co-hosts. She just started her own talk show on Rise
Organic and
95 on
Sexy.
Mondays. I'm sorry, Thursdays. Thursdays at 7 p.m. Please make sure y'all tune in. Organically Sexy every
Yes.
Thursday at 7. It was awesome, her first
Yes,
night.
it
was.
Last Thursday, India pushed through and made it happen. I'm so proud of her. So, and make sure y'all also, I think next Sunday for us, we have I think like 3 guests next Sunday. We booked up, y'all. We got a whole lot of nice little guests, so make sure y'all tune in for us every Sunday right here, Win DC Radio at 5. Also, go follow us on the Chyna'Pink Show on Instagram. Also, my actress page is Chyna'Pink the Actress, and my boutique page is Chyna'Pink Boutique. We will see y'all next Sunday at
And we
5.
are.
Yes.
I'm sorry I'm delayed, but we